Well, we want to thank you for staying with us. We want to tell you about Loving the Bronx. It's a grassroots organization dedicated to community building through the use of open parks, I should say parks, open spaces, as well as waterways. And joining us now from the organization is Nilka Martell, who's the founder of Loving the Bronx. And thank you for Loving the Bronx.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How's it going?
Good, good, good. Excited to be here again. Thank you very much for inviting us back.
Oh, glad to have you back. It's
Yes.
summer season, and you got a lot going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. This summer, this is our second year programming Virginia Park. Last year, we started a Fun Friday series at Virginia Park, which is located across the street from the Parkchester train station. So it is weekly themed events every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. and a monthly movie night as well.
Wow. So if people don't know about Loving the Bronx, first of all, let's walk them back. Tell them who Loving the Bronx is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it is a grassroots organization. It's just a bunch of neighbors that come together to give back to the community, basically. So it was birthed in 2011. We functioned under another name at that time called GIVE, Getting Involved Virginia Avenue Efforts. Our first project was a block beautification project, which eventually stretched out to incorporate Virginia Park and Hugh Grant Circle. Then we started teaming up with a lot of other not-for-profits in the Bronx. And we decided, well, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Bronx that people don't know about. You know, a lot of organizations that have been around for decades that people just don't know. You know, a lot of opportunities. There's really pretty much no reason for you to leave the Bronx if you want to do something cool. So, you know, we created Loving the Bronx, you know, to bring people together, but also share that information with them, get them involved and engaged. And, you know, the ultimate purpose is community building.
And when you talk about community building, getting people invested back in their neighborhood, sometimes it's a hard thing to do, but you're doing a good job.
It is, it is. You know, what we find is, you know, we celebrate the Bronx's diversity. You know, it's one of the best things about living here in this borough. But, you know, with that comes a lot of challenges too, right? You have language barriers, you have people that have different religious beliefs. But when you look at a park, right, it's an open space, it's a gathering space. No one's gonna argue about a park, right? So, you know, not only do we do events in the park where they're just free community events for you to come out, but we also want you to develop that ownership. So, you know, packaged with these community events, we also do service projects. So, you know, when we have these events, you know, people come out from the community, all different, you know, different backgrounds, different walks of life, but they come out with the purpose of, you know, cleaning up a park, you know, and it does develop that ownership factor, you know, and you just, we all live in this densely populated borough. You could live in the same building for years and not know your neighbor.
Absolutely.
You know, so our premise is, you know, people gather in the park already, so, you know, let's just use that opportunity to bring people together.
So people are coming together. Let's talk about the different places and spaces they can come and gather coming up.
Well, we are always at Virginia Park every Friday, 6 to 8 p.m., but we do partner with other organizations to bring other events to the borough. This Saturday, we're having the first ever Run, Pedal, Paddle, highlighting the Bronx River. It is with the Bronx River Alliance and Bronx Soul. So really what it is, it's a running portion, a biking portion, and a paddling portion. And then we end at Hunts Point Riverside Park, and we have a big party at the Point's Art Campus located adjacent to Hunts Point Riverside Park. In September, we're also teaming up with the Friends of Van Cortlandt Park. This is the third year that we're teaming up with them for their Hiketoberfest. So usually we lead the tour in Van Cortlandt Park.
Oh, awesome. So now for people who want more information, how to get involved, what do they do?
You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook, Loving the Bronx. And we do have, if you come and you volunteer in one of our fall service projects, we do have some promotional items to give back. So it's not just, you know, you coming and giving us your skills and your labor, but, you know, we want to thank you as well.
So what can people do? I mean, when they take part in volunteering, what are some of the things they can actually do?
Well, we do park cleanups. We've planted over 5,000 daffodil bulbs in Virginia Park and Hugh Grant Circle, which is part of the New Yorkers for Parks 9/11 Living Memorial. It's called the Daffodil Project. So we'll do, you know, different cleanups, different bulb plantings, and then we also team up with other friends group that adopt parks. So we take care of the trails at Pelham Bay Park. A lot of people don't realize that Pelham Bay Park is the largest New York City public park right here in our backyard. So we do maintain the trails out there. Sometimes we pull out weeds, sometimes we're mulching, you know, but just come out, get involved.
Yeah, it's awesome. And so thank you so much for the work
Thank
that you're doing to
you.
keeping the
Thank
Bronx
you.
good, loving the Bronx. People know how to get in touch with you now and definitely take part in the event. I wanted to give a little bit so we see a little bit of Loving the Bronx. Got the little
We got some
bag
swag.
here. Got some swag here, yeah. Got the water bottle. So when you're out there working, you can refresh yourself with loving the Bronx.
Absolutely.
Nilka, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you, Daren.
All right, listen, stay with us. Got more show. We do have more show. We're coming right back. Be right back in a few.